I was going to end with a story which fits perfectly with that, but I feel like God said the hardest thing for Christians in the West to believe is not what I say about me, it's what I say about them.
Wow.
That's right. Exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And so I was like, great, thank you for that irrelevant piece of information, because I know what you say about me. And he said, ask Jamie to invite people into how to discover what I say about them.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how you do that. I know you probably have tools and models and systems and protocols and spreadsheets and all this stuff and certifications. But for people watching, can you take us through an invitation for how do they even find out and hear what God says about them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's called Truth Tell, Mind Change, Form Change. That's the process.
Truth tell,
Mind change, form change. Or in religious language, confession, repentance, transformation.
Okay.
So confession means just you tell the truth. And we don't know how to tell the truth. Don't ever tell the truth. And so learning, because to know and experience the truth is what sets humans free. So learning to truth tell, just practicing truth telling with God at whatever level you can start. The truth telling allows for mind change of the person, which is repentance. So I was taught confession is sorry and repentance is I'm really sorry. Those are both waste of time. Confession is tell the truth, and repentance is God telling you the truth.
Wow.
Confession is you telling God what you think is true, and then giving it to him, and then him telling you what is true.
And you agree with it.
And you agree with it, and it changes the form of how you live your life.
Which is why repentance means you change your mind to match
his mind, and then it changes. So metanoia, mind change, metamorphe, form change. We're just trying to get people to change their behavior based on stuff we tell them. So confession, simply for the listener, the viewer, is just, we just did this yesterday with a room full of people. It doesn't matter who's in the room. It doesn't matter what they believe about anything, because humans are all the same. We just have all these labels and ridiculous stuff. At the core, as we've said a couple of times, is the person is afraid. Mm-hmm. Their main negative emotion is fear. All of us have it. Fear is the unifying factor in any group of people. If you can get people to say what they're afraid of, that room will come together in the best way possible, because we all know fear and we all live with it all the time. So confession, Lord, this is what I'm most afraid of. And you can say what you're afraid of about yourself. This is what I'm most afraid of. I feel like, I believe that I'm unworthy. I feel like a total failure. I believe that you're never with me. Just practice telling the truth. Come unto me, all you are heavy burdened. Cast your cares on me. Approach the throne of grace in time of need. That's the constant invitation of the Lord. Come tell me what you're afraid of. Mm-hmm. What are you mad about? What are you afraid? Come say it to me. And then when you get comfortable, you even say it to each other if you want to be well. Confess your separateness one to another that you may be healed. But so just coming to the Lord right now, Lord, I'm just afraid right now and what scares me is that you're not with me. And the reason you're not with me is because I don't pray like I should, and I don't witness like I should. And I've disappointed you, and I've did these things wrong. And I believe that you're separate from me, and I'm separate from you. And you're just laying that out. And with the beautiful imagination, he is kept in perfect peace, whose mind and imagination is the Hebrew, is fixed on me because he trusts in me. In your imagination, just picture Jesus, because we can imagine Jesus. Picture he's right there. Give it to him. We tell people, write down everything about yourself that you hate. Write down everything ever said about you that hurt you, like you're stupid, you're whatever, and then hand it to Jesus. Like, just hand it, like give it to him and watch what he does with it. And we'll get people to say, what do you think he does with it? Or what do you see him doing with it? And it's crazy what people say. You should see Muslims doing this. It's just remarkable. And then, he burned it. Whatever he ate it. Whatever he did with it. Okay, now you've swept the house clean. The house is swept clean for 5 minutes. It's clean for 5 minutes. Okay, in that 5 minutes, ask him what he calls you. Ask him what he says about you. Go, ask him. What do you say? And people are embarrassed by the words that come to their mind.
Yep.
Mm. They're afraid to say what he just said about him because it's unbearable. It's like, we can't. Tell me I'm a dirtbag, I can handle it. Don't tell me you love me unconditionally. Don't tell me I'm a princess in your eye. It's too much. And they cry. And we did this yesterday with 50 people, and I walked with the microphone around there, and what did you hear? Mm. And the things they say, and Christians think they're not going to hear anything. Why would they?
God's done speaking.
They hear it and it's hard to accept because it's so good.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And so then you receive, because the only way into the kingdom is by receiving. Then you receive what he says about you. He says that I'm an untier of knots. Okay. What does an untier of knots do tomorrow? And you start to learn how to live out that identity. These are examples right here of this, like good examples of it. But that's truth tell. And then ask God, okay, here's what I believe. I believe I'm going to prison because I'm a screw up and a failure, and I wasn't paying attention and I didn't pray. And you're frustrated with me, and it's scary. It's making me afraid. I give that to you. What do you say? It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's going to be fine. That's how he talks all the time. It's going to be fine. It'll be okay. Stay with me. Hang with me. I'm never going to leave you. Stay with me. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Okay, what do you want me to do? I want you to sit there and let me move in this room in a way that you could never imagine. But just let me move. Don't do anything like that. Rest. Be quiet. Shh. Watch. And then next time, don't say that to them like that again. So I like to ask men, especially, look, Jesus is right here. He's right here. Look him in his eyes. Look at him right now and ask him, what kind of father does he think you are? And they won't do it. You know why? Because they think he's going to say they're terrible. Because that's what they already believe. Or not good enough. And so the very one that knows the truth about them, they will never ask him the truth about themselves. But they'll listen to the lie all day long and go, yep. Because it doesn't take any faith to believe the lie. But to believe what Jesus says about you takes faith, because it's just what you hope for. It's evident. It's the substance of what you just hoped he would say about you. It's the proof of what is not yet seen, but is true. So when they ask him, this is how Jesus talks to him. Even to dads, if you look down, they're the worst. He says to him, You're a good dad. You're a good dad. Now let me show you how to act like it. Who you really are. Because who you're acting like is in you. And it sets them free.